Day spaces with joyful cabinet painting, where we spread joy one cabinet at a time.
Arc Cincinnati, coming up next on Star 64. Steve Wilkos, today at 4 on Star 64.
Good morning, I'm Jen Dalton.
I'm a guy who likes to just stick his hip in the air. Also Bob Herzog, James Brown, Hank Ballard, Bootsy Collins, King Records put Cincinnati's music scene on the map. Just ahead, we chat with the filmmaker behind a documentary about that historic record label.
Yeah, also, it's Cincinnati Asian Cuisine Week, and we are getting cooking. We get food during this hour?
There's food.
From one of the featured restaurants. We both love Asian cuisine. Oh my gosh, I can't
We usually
wait.
don't get food this hour.
We usually don't.
This is big doings.
It's a big day.
It's big doings. Before we get to all that, though, let's see what's brewing in the tri-state. And this started brewing really early this morning. A police chase brought the early, and I mean very early morning commute to a standstill heading into downtown. There it is.
Yeah, so the Big Mac Bridge, 471 Daniel Carter Beard, or Big Mac Bridge, was shut down for about a half an hour in connection to this police chase. And this video comes from one of our videographers who just happens to live by in a nearby apartment building, Mr. Eric Gerhardt, and caught the chase on the camera. He told me, he was texting me, he said he heard something loud and then something on a megaphone, and he got up and started filming because he's a videographer, that's what they do, and he caught this. And what Cincinnati police tell us is that this was a burglary suspect from northern Kentucky. The suspect in northern Kentucky hit a police cruiser canine unit in northern Kentucky and then another vehicle, then proceeded on a chase. The chase was led onto the bridge, 471 northbound, where officers were able to disable the vehicle and traffic was stopped there for about 20 minutes. I don't know how they got out of this, but the suspect then somehow was able to continue to 3rd and Broadway in Cincinnati, and that is where they were arrested.
And we haven't heard anything about any possible injuries with the canine unit or anything like that, have we?
We have not been given any more information on this yet. I'm sure we are working on following up on that. But again,
so at this point, you assume it's already it was disabled. However, they did that to the vehicle.
Yes, you can tell how slow police chase here they're going, because something on the bridge, they put down those stop sticks or whatever, and it stopped the vehicle for about 20 minutes. And I don't know what the police procedure is to say what was going on during those 20 minutes. The vehicle was stopped. The police were out and walking around.
Right.
So then they proceeded down, and then they stopped. They blocked off 3rd Street ramp there from US 50, and that's where they were able to apprehend the suspect. So I'm sure we'll find out more information. And hopefully nobody was hurt. And
Eric Gerhardt,
I know.
There's a reason he's one of the best.
Bless your heart,
God
Eric Gerhardt.
Bless you, Eric Gerhardt. Well done. Moving on to college hoops now. Let's flip and go. The Norse are now a win away from a trip to Indy in the Horizon League tournament. That tourney kicked off for the Norse with a blowout win over Detroit Mercy.
NKU collected their 5th straight win, 99-75. 49 of those points were in the first half. Bob, help me with the name. Dan Gerzinger led 4 players in double digits and stayed perfect at the free throw line. The Norse advanced to the court.
The right time.
Okay, that's what you need.
Okay, Kentucky knows what to do on senior night. The Wildcats honored their 6 seniors last night before their game against LSU, and they just busted out the whoopstick. Otega Owe was money, 24 points. UK mashes LSU, 95-64, and frankly, it wasn't that close. A string of free throws, right? We're showing those. In terms of highlights in the world, free throws, kind of boring. But anyway, he hit some of those. Meaning Owe helped just rocket the team. Barrage of threes didn't hurt either. Kentucky plays its regular season finale at Missouri, ranked Missouri. That's Saturday at noon.
Okay, how about my alma mater?
Okay.
They're back, baby. The Miami Redhawks, they had a loss over the weekend, but they will take the number 2 seed in the upcoming MAC tournament because they strolled to an 84-69 win over Buffalo last night. Peter Suter led Miami with 15 points. The Redhawks return home to host Ball State Friday at 6. And basketball fans of all ages, shapes, and sizes, listen to this. In honor of those last 2 home games.
Oh, I was wondering about this with your tickets. Yes.
Yes. Miami is offering totally free tickets.
Amazing.
For both men's and women's basketball. Fans can reserve up to 10 complimentary tickets if you use the promo code CELEBRATE.
That's great.
we have a link to get yours at local12.com. Go there, take your family, take some friends, go watch some great basketball this weekend. They want people there in the stands to,
That's great. And
celebrate the teams.
I was just having a conversation with Ryan Henry between shows after the 6 o'clock hour, so like at 7 a.m. This time of year, if you're a basketball fan, because now some of these smaller conferences, their tournaments have started. Like NKU is already playing in their Horizon League tournament. And even though they have not had a great year overall, they've been playing good lately, if they would somehow go on a miracle run in the Horizon League tournament and win it, they get to go to the big dance. Now, that's a bummer for anybody else in the Horizon League who played well this year, potentially. But it would be amazing. Miami is sort of on the other side of that, in that they've had an amazing regular season, but if they don't win the MAC tournament, they don't probably go to the big dance. You know what I mean? And it's all these different wild storylines, and they're just games all the time, and it's the best.
You could never accuse college basketball of being a scripted.
No, because too many wild things.
Too
many wild things happen.
No, I mean they're so, like you said, that's why it's so exciting, right? That's why you like it, because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that first Thursday, Friday, the first round of the big dance, the NCAA tournament, is just some of the most fun moments in sports every year happen in those 2 days.
I know it's my alma mater, and I love Miami, but I just really hope that they continue on because they've had such a great season.
Yeah. And now, you would have been graduated already. I think I'm not saying the years.
You mean like 2 years ago when I graduated?
Yeah, but do you remember? Were you still connected enough to your university days to have enjoyed the Wally Zerbiak era?
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember the Wally Zerbiak.
Because they really went on a nice little run there. See, I can go even further back.
Now,
we can talk like
listen,
Ron Harper.
I do not remember if I was there while Wally Zerbiak was there, but I certainly do remember his name. And
he might have been like a freshman, maybe when you were nearing the end of your college experience, because you were ahead.
I love how careful you're being.
You graduated early because you were so smart.
Right.
She graduated.
I went from middle school straight to Miami. That did not happen.
Anyway, lead into that.
Go Miami.
From one thing that we dearly love in basketball to another thing we dearly love, and that is the Theatra. One of the most innovative theaters in the tri-state is announcing a new round of shows. The No Theater in Over the Rhine has some exciting productions planned for its 28th season. The season kicks off in September with a play called King James, which follows the life of basketball superstar LeBron James. And
that is super cool.
And I think it also is about a couple of friends who discuss King James.
A clever comedy about basketball.
Yeah.
Chosen brotherhood and
LeBron James. Yeah. So anyway, should be a great one. And this holiday season, back by popular demand, because this crushed last year apparently. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. We'll be back once again. This one has an interesting concept. It's called Serials. They are 5 15-minute plays that run every 2 weeks. And at the end of each installment, the audience votes on a this or that style question that shapes the arc of the next episode.
I love that.
It's a choose your own adventure. You remember those books?
Of course I do. That's why I love the No. They do super cool things like this.
They step out, don't they? Next February at the No, a multiversal love story called Constellations, and then a very new production by a local playwright. It's called The Ravenside Occurrence, set in 1876 London. It follows asylum escapees and a mysterious haunting. Do you know Derek?
I do know Derek.
The playwright there?
Yeah.
How about that? And
if
now,
it's the same Derek that I've worked with before in plays.
Wrapping up the season, Cincinnati
so.
Fringe Fest,
think
back
so.
again. We got to get through this year's Fringe Fest first,
Right.
and I'm sure we'll be talking about that upcoming here in the next few weeks.
Plus, speaking of the No, I'm hoping we're able to get an interview set up. They are doing a play that involves Star Wars.
What?
People going to a Star Wars convention. I think it's their next play.
Blurds.
Yes.
Blurds, yes. Which should be
I hope we are able to talk
very
about this.
fun show.
That would be very fun.
Yeah, they do. They step out and do different stuff, which is cool.
They try it.
That Serials thing sounds
really
I
neat.
don't know who's gonna be writing in between, but that's sort of fun. Oh, they did the Serials thing this year, so they've seen some success perhaps with it, and they're doing that now. So
this area, we got it going on.
we support a lot of theater.
I mean, there's a lot
for a
not
town
just
our size.
theater. There's
we
just
really
so
do.
much cool stuff.
The
around
arts,
here.
baby.
It's That's right.
We love it.
The arts, the sports, we got
all of the things.
Okay, we also have farms. A local farm that has become a family favorite is sharing some bad news. Blooms and Berries Farm in Loveland is announcing that they will not be growing strawberries this year. So in a Facebook post, the farm said it was canceling its strawberry days, citing a massive nationwide shortage of healthy strawberry plants, saying, quote, farming is beyond difficult and full of setbacks. The farm instead will be focusing on its blackberry harvest, which happens in mid-July. They also have you-pick seasons for things like sugar snap peas, blueberries, and potatoes, and it's just a wonderful place to visit if you've never been up there before. They do festivals.
Not. Have you been?
Yeah,
okay.
They have festivals.
Okay.
They do all kinds of neat stuff.
And I thought I remember reading they have some surprises out there this year that they're trying. So I don't know exactly what that might be.
I feel like everybody's having to get a little creative with all kinds of stuff right now.
Yeah, I love
oh my gosh,
a blackberry. Yeah. I love a blackberry jam.
I love a berry in general. Just a
I
berry.
I will take a blackberry jam over a grape jam or jelly any day.
The seeds throw me off a little bit. If you can give me a seedless blackberry jam, which I know would probably be difficult, but
can I tell you why I think I love it?
Why?
My dad, wheat bread, buttered up, butter all over it.
Yep.
Blackberry jam.
Got it.
4 pieces of bacon. Pop, pop, bacon. Pop, pop,
Oh,
pop,
blackberry jam and bacon?
Fold it, crush it. Yep. He was a cardiologist.
You got all the bees. He really was.
That's
And
very
he
true.
really was a cardiologist.
Yes.
You got all the bees, the blackberries, the bread,
Bacon.
the bacon. There you
Beautiful.
go. Have you ever had toast, butter, and honey?
Oh, yeah. Honey bread.
God, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. We have food coming up.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Okay,
and we got a great interview coming up.
We'll keep it rolling so we can get to the food. And other things too. 8:11. Sunshine on your shoulders makes you healthy.
It does. I think so.
Tara Blake joins us to talk about the science of sunshine.
Sunshine.
And sunshine's bright, so she is literally going to blind us with science. Oh my God, stole me. Arc Cincinnati comes back after the break.
Me with science.
Person, place, or thing.
Is this thing gelatinous?
How dare you?
5 days a week.
Today at 5 on Star 64.
If you design men's underwear, you'd make them what?
You either nail it
Comfortable.
or fail it.
Velcro.
Put no Velcro on us down there. Wax yourself.
Family Feud, nailing it 5 times a week.
Family Feud, tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
Looking for the best deals during tax season? Long's Furniture has everything you need with incredible deals, including bedrooms, living rooms, home offices, dining rooms, kids' bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Long's Furniture also offers free layaway, no credit needed financing, and same-day delivery, so you don't have to wait to start enjoying your new furniture. Create the perfect space without breaking the bank. Only at Long's Furniture.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means dealing with...
Okay, I'll give you half now. Okay, and this.
This is mine.
Don't suffer selling your car on your own. Visit WeBuyAnyCar.com to see what your car's worth. We make it easy. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Nice.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com. Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows. Oh my God.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Or mind control?
Were you recently electrocuted?
A better way to watch whatever you want to watch.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
Hey, look at that. That's the river. Also bridges. But I meant a little sunshine out there. Enough sunshine to make the bridge cast a shadow, so you got that going for you. Oh, walking on sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
How many songs are you going to work into the next 5 minutes?
As many as I can. Okay. Rain, go away. Calm down, Herzog. If you were outside yesterday, if you were outside yesterday, or maybe if you were not outside yesterday, you missed out on some of that beautiful sunshine.
I went to the dog park. It was just glorious. Meteorologist Tara Blake is here to talk to us about how exposure to sunshine can impact your health. And I don't need science to tell me that it makes me feel so much better, but tell us about that science.
Yeah, there is a good bit of science to this. I will say I've been seeing so many memes about how all of a sudden you're feeling your depression go away.
It's like vitamin D a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, there's vitamin D with it, and just the serotonin. There's so much that goes into it. So let's first start with what is sunlight.
Oh.
So each day,
Roy G. Biv. We've got the Roy G. Biv.
The sun bombards the earth with a wide range of
Biv,
electromagnetic waves, as you can see the different kinds: UV, X-ray, gamma,
I like
infrared,
gamma. I like gamma.
radio.
I prefer the
Some of
infrared.
this is visible light. That's just the tiny sliver of this on the chart, but a lot of it, obviously, we cannot see with the naked eye. So important is UVA. That's the ultraviolet radiation that causes sunburns and skin cancer. So we want to be careful with that one. But there's also UVR waves. UVRs are the ones that are very beneficial and help your body produce vitamin D. According to the National Institute of Health, vitamin D promotes bone health and improves your immune system. I actually did an entire reel on this. If you want to check it out, Hello Sunshine with Tara Blake. This is right up my alley. All right, our brains are also hardwired to run on sunlight. So I'm sure you feel it when you step outside, obviously.
Brain.
It's like you all of a sudden are awake. Our internal clocks depend on light. If you've heard of something called the circadian rhythm.
Ah, yes.
Your mom probably talked to you about it. This is how your brain regulates when you need to be awake and when you need to sleep, unless you work a shift like this.
Yeah.
Our brains are very confused.
Yeah.
Always.
But sun exposure impacts your mental health. Serotonin is a chemical in your brain that regulates your mood, and exposure to sunlight promotes the creation of this good feeling hormone. So the Cleveland Clinic says we should all aim to get at least 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight each day without sunscreen, I might add you. Just that 10 to 20 minute range is really, really good for your body. But if you can't get natural light, consider using light therapy to get in needed sunlight, needed for us in the winter, that's for sure. We have these sort of red lights at my house, and they can help with seasonal depression. They're actually really good for your body for healing, for more ways than just mimicking that sunlight to your body.
Are you doing America Steals and Deals? They got them red things all the time on that show.
I have them. I love them.
I'm surprised it's only 10 to 15 minutes is what they recommend, because I swear when I'm out and it changes things when you get out in the sunshine.
That's the minimum.
It completely changes.
Yeah.
For me, it supercharges my body where I cannot sleep for hours. So if I take a walk on this shift especially, it's like I've had a cup of coffee. I have to have several hours to wind down from that let's get moving, let's do more things feeling, because the sun, it really does supercharge us. So kind of keep that in mind if you go to bed early. It gets a little bit harder. But if you are trying to get outside, if you had the just incredible feeling of yesterday and you want it to last today, today's not the best for getting outside. I've got the no-go on there for you just because it is going to be a battle as we get into the afternoon hours. 57 sounds great, but the afternoon's actually going to be in the 40s. For the rest of the week, though, I'm giving you the green light. It'll be quite as warm, but you can still get some of that direct sunlight, 10 to 15, 20 minutes of it at times, and even through the clouds, you are getting benefits. I would say best next feel would be Sunday at 52. Next week, though, I've got 60s and 70s. Are we hearing a bird like...
We are.
He's still in here.
The bird likes this talk.
Would like to comment on the sun.
It's wondering where the sun is if it's inside this building.
Yeah. There's a hole, though, in the building.
That's true. Maybe it's sitting in the hole.
I'm hoping that he can get out that.
Me too.
I always feel like through that hole, if we just positioned the right sized staff.
Oh, we could
with the headpiece to the staff of Ra on top of it, and we place that stick in just the right place, the light would hit it, and then we could find the location of the well of the
treasure.
Souls.
Wow.
Maybe that's why they left that hole. They're trying to tell us something.
That's what it is.
Anyway,
I think. I do like that we found the Teletubbies sun again. That makes me extremely happy. And I'm
Do you want to sit here and be the baby on the inside? No.
Okay. I'm just happy that it's getting a little bit warmer and we're seeing that sun a little more. And this all plays into what's going to happen next week when we change the clocks again.
70s, and then the clock changes.
And it's all everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's for sure. We do get a little wacky, more so in the traffic world. And obviously for young kids,
because it'll be so much. It'll be darker later in the morning and all that kind of.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take care of that.
Because now
when
we're
we get
getting
there.
the sun at 7:05, and it's going to go boop right back to 8.
Yep.
It's going to boop. That's what it's going to do.
It's going to boop.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for
and
having
giving
me.
us all
Letting
the
me
sunshine.
nerd out for a second. Thank you, Tanner. I loved it.
She always brings the sunshine, even when there's no sunshine. That's what she
Thanks.
does. It's almost 20 minutes after 8. Long live the King. We sit down with the filmmaker behind a new King Records documentary. That is next on ARC Cincinnati. Stay with us.
Oh, get in there. Do it. Do it. Jen, you might want to move. Tell the babies.
With newly imposed tariffs expected to affect the price of furniture and appliances, Big Sandy Superstore says, not so fast. Shop now and beat the price increase. We're holding 2024 prices for as long as we can. So go ahead, shop the best selection of furniture and appliances and get the lowest prices of the year. And up to 5-year special financing with no money down. Beat the price increases at Big Sandy Superstore.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now at Cleveland Clinic. For every life-saving treatment, for every care in the world. For appointments and second opinions, call 833-523-CARE.
Deep inside each of us, there's a spark waiting to be ignited. A yearning for a real connection. Something that truly moves you and makes you feel more alive. Tune into the vibrant soul of our new Kentucky home, where surprises and unexpected discoveries wow you. Where spectacular nature and adventures thrill you. Where legendary horses and authentic bluegrass music inspire you. And where world-renowned bourbon distilleries fascinate you. Find what moves you in Kentucky.
With our friend, we're on the air. We're here with our friend Yemi. We're going to talk to him. He's very Irish, we think. Okay. We'll introduce you first. It's one of Cincinnati's most significant contributions to popular culture. For real, a new documentary explores the impact and legacy of Cincinnati's King Records.
And joining us to talk about the film that debuts this Friday at the Over the Rhine International Film Festival is Yemi Oyedera, director of King of Them All. Yemi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Cincinnati and ARC people. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. But Bob, I promise that I won't pull a Bam Bam. Because I know that
Did you see the dog yesterday?
That was really traumatizing. Oh my gosh.
That dog, I keep saying, it's like a torpedo just kind of coming at me yesterday.
That was amazing. So I worked really hard today to make sure that I didn't have any, unsanctioned moments.
Good. We've already
we cleaned up the place for you. I don't know if you noticed.
Appreciate it.
King Records. You have been working on this project for a very long time. I think most people out there have heard at least a little bit of King Records. They've heard the name before, but for those who don't know anything more than the name, tell us about King Records.
So King Records was this amazing label that started in 1943, and it was started by this guy named Sid Nathan, who his family grew up in Price Hill, and then he went to Hughes High School. Okay. But after a couple years, he dropped out because he had vision problems and he couldn't see the chalkboard, so he didn't see the point of going to school anymore. Wow. So he kind of, his father owned a real estate company, and he kind of bounced around. I call him like a knockabout. And he was a wrestling promoter. He was he did a jewelry shop. I think he was actually arrested once for something dealing with the wrestling promotion.
A lot of irons and a lot of fires.
A lot of irons and a lot of fires.
Yeah.
And he kind of stumbled into starting this record label because he started a business that was around the corner, was WLW, which is where the CHCA campus of Auto Arm Leader CHCA is where that is now. But this was like right next to where District 1 is now, was where his shop was. And he had all these musicians coming through, and he hired them to do some recordings. And then he eventually moved out to this facility in Evanston on Brewster Avenue and started this record label. And the thing that was interesting about it is that he started as a racially integrated company. He hired the first black executive in music, guy named Henry Glover, who was able to kind of put together some elements of jump blues, some other elements of hillbilly music, and then kind of create rock and roll. The thing is that they didn't market it to kids, they marketed it to adults. And they kind of missed the mark on that, but they really put together the first formula. But they eventually went on to create soul, and then they also had the indomitable James Brown as their kind of major. So all the great songs we love from James Brown, like, you know that song, Living in America?
Yes!
Yeah, that song's terrible. It wasn't at King Records. All the good songs from King Records all the good James Brown songs are from King. I Feel Good.
Creed dance to that song.
I love Rocky IV. I had a track coach who would put that on anytime that we had to go to like a meet, and he'd turn it off right before the end of the final fight, and we'd come out like animals. But so I love Rocky IV, but like that song, not so awesome. But like, you know, like I Feel Good, you know, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. These were like seminal hits. Sex Machine, the ones we really, really love.
And they came out of
King.
Here.
Yeah,
out of King
from
Records.
Cincinnati, believe it or not.
I mean, there's so much to talk about. It's so hard to do it all in one short interview, and that's why you had to do a documentary about it. But I was just seeing, was that Vince Gill? I mean, you have so many different amazing people that are part of this documentary. Talk about some of the musicians, the artists that we're going to see talking about this.
Absolutely. I got to spend a day at Vince Gill's house and got to hang out with Amy Grant.
I was going to say.
Which growing up
one of my favorites. She was one of my favorites.
Growing up as a kid in church, like this is like everything. And she is more amazing in person than you would even think that she was. That's cool. Vince is probably one of the kindest and wonderful people I've ever met. I actually bought my first guitar right after meeting him.
Wow.
But then we had Otis Williams from Otis Williams and the Charms. He was a major star in the 50s. He's kind of the first big doo-wop star. Then we're able to talk to pretty much everybody.
John Curley? That was John Curley, right?
John Curley, yes.
Yeah.
My really, really good friend, John Curley. He was actually the first call I made to ask advice on how to go about this.
From the Afghan Whig?
From the great Afghan Whigs. I'm a musician, so I've worked with him in different capacities, played in the studio a couple times, and he was the first person I called, and he was really helpful in kind of really getting me prepared for what I needed to do. But we spoke to everybody who wrote anything about King Records. Anybody who wrote any books or a chapter, I hunted them down. We were able to get some really, really great interviews. We got a great interview with Nick Clooney, Channel 12 legend. And it was really great. You know, Nick Clooney, you know, he's in his 90s and he has this really vast, beautiful understanding of American life that's like unique because the way he looks at things is just so much more broader. And getting that perspective was probably one of the most educational parts of making this.
Wow. You mentioned during the commercial break before we started, and I'm paraphrasing here a little bit, that you've made this film 5 times. What have you learned through this process? Just putting this together into the state it's in now.
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I've learned a lot about our city, the city of Cincinnati, because what I had to do was King Records is from the Roosevelt administration to Nixon. That's a lot of American history, but that's also a lot of Cincinnati history. So I learned things about, you know, why we didn't get the subways, like exactly why. It goes back to Boss Cox and the corruption around that. Understanding why we had the type of government that we set up, the council format of government. Learning about just how people came and migrated to Cincinnati. Anything that's really from that period of time, I went into depth into understanding. One of the most important things I learned, though, was Cincinnati has been bad drivers forever.
I don't think you needed to do research to figure that one out. No, I'm just kidding.
Not only you, but your grandparents were also terrible at driving. You know, I went through so much footage and learned about the Reds and baseball. You know, we won the World Series in 1940. That was a huge deal. You know, there's so much in Cincinnati that's so rich with history of huge things that we've done that we don't celebrate enough. And that's probably the thing that I took away that I'm really looking forward to, looking for ways to celebrate Cincinnati and Cincinnati history.
It's a cool town.
It is.
I tell everybody this is the dopest town in America. It's not the best town, around, but it's definitely the dopest.
I love that.
You can do anything. It's my superpower.
Yeah.
There's just nothing you can't do in Cincinnati that you can't do on a high level. I think it's a great
I
city.
agree.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm expecting another documentary on the history of Cincinnati from you coming up in the next 9 years. And I wanted to give him a shout out too. He was chosen for the PBS Open Call for Emerging Filmmakers. So congratulations on that.
You. Yeah.
And then you can see this Friday night, right? At the part of the OTR Film Festival.
Part of the OTR Film Festival. We sold out twice, and then we opened up. They decided to make another showing at a different venue.
Oh, okay.
So that was a 9 o'clock showing. Sold out. We're doing a showing at 7 o'clock at the OTR Still House. So get your tickets right now. Go out and go to the Over the Rhine International Film Festival site, and you can get tickets now. You can also get tickets to the entire festival as well. I recommend that. But you can go specifically to my event and get a ticket. And I look forward to seeing you and telling you all about this remarkable journey of the last 9 years.
King of them all,
Congratulations.
Right? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Very cool
Shout
stuff.
out to the dance party that's happening after the 9
We
o'clock.
are having a dance party with April Rain. That's happening. And if you go to the 7 o'clock, you get into the dance party after the film. And I will not be dancing unless I'm forced. So.
Everybody wants to see the movie. Yummy,
I was going to challenge you to a dance-off because, you know, you do your dance thing.
Yeah. Come back on Friday.
That's it. That's my move.
I came, I stretched, I went to yoga this morning. I tried to get my hips all ready and you know.
That was it. He already
backed out. He's not ready to have a twist off.
I haven't stretched appropriately.
Ready. I'm any day, any time.
It's been thrown out there live on television.
Challenge.
It's been thrown out there. Yami, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming in.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for
I know
having
you've been
me.
working so hard on this. Can't wait to see it. All right, time now is 8:30. Get a taste of some of the best Asian restaurants in the tri-state. We have one of the locations participating in Asian Cuisine Week. Cooking with us. That's coming up next.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Advantage for $20 per month plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-294-0246. Spectrum Internet gives you the power to stream all the shows, movies, and sports you love.
Are you okay? I heard about the accident. Do you want me to call your mom? Good job getting some nurses right away. I'll tell you, Coach, you won't be going to practice. You want a popsicle? Popsicles always help. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything.
To be a good lawyer, you have to care about people and love what you do, because nobody loves a lawyer until they need one. If you've been injured, call Young, Reverman, and Dalton. Experience matters.
I love my lawyer.
The Panera You Picked Who You've Always Loved now has a price you'll love even more. Starting at $8.98, mix 2 Panera faves to craft the perfect meal just for you. Whether it's a soup and salad or sandwich and mac, the choice is all yours. Panera's You Picked Who, endless combinations, now starting at $8.98.
Looking for the best deals during tax season? Long's Furniture has everything you need with incredible deals, including bedrooms, living rooms, home offices, dining rooms, kids' bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Long's Furniture also offers free layaway, no credit needed financing, and same-day delivery, so you don't have to wait to start enjoying your new furniture. Create the perfect space without breaking the bank. Only at Long's Furniture.
This year's Cincinnati Auto Expo is on the go. Until March 9th, log on to see the participating tri-state dealers near you. See which vehicles catch your eye, then schedule your test drive.
It's halftime. Time to open the fridge.
I'm not sure why I'm showing you this.
The cabinets and the pantry.
Okay, and here you've got plenty of storage for snacks or expired stuff.
And show how much space you have in your kitchen. Selling your home to Open Door is so easy. You can do it during halftime.
Keep an eye on this one, Beth. Oh yeah, it's not like I'm selling the house or anything.
Get started at opendoor.com.
Family Feud, tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
Good morning. I'm Jen Dalton.
I'm Bob Herzog. Thank you for joining us here on ARC Cincinnati. Holy Moses, look at this table.
This is the most beautiful table of food that I have seen in a long time, and it smells so good. I wish you could smell it. You're going to get a closer look at this coming up, but it is, there it is. There's part of it. You can see some of it on there. Look at that. It is Asian Cuisine Week, and more than 40 restaurants in the tri-state will be offering deals and super secret menu items.
And here to talk about how you can support Asian-owned businesses this week is An Tempeyachai from Maki Express Ramen House. You have made our studio smell delicious.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much.
Thank you for coming in.
How important is a week like this for your business?
Oh, it's a good opportunity, you know, to go to the event like this and then introduce some kind of new menu, Asian, especially Asian food, to the American people to know more about our food, you know.
It is. It's a great time to try and taste. Before we talk about some of the beautiful dishes you have, or maybe we should go ahead. They're taking a look. So tell us, if somebody wants to try something from one of your restaurants, and maybe they've never been to an Asian restaurant before, what would be a good place to start? What would be a good dish, you think, that somebody could come in, or a couple different things, and say, this would be a good place to start, to try it?
You know, it's like this. This is the crab puff. That is good dishes to start, you know. It's like cream cheese and imitation crab mixed with some soy sauce, things like that, you know. That is a good start.
Good start, okay.
Where are you? You have a couple of different places people can come visit. Tell us where the restaurants are located.
We have one is Maki Express that's nearby the NKU. Okay. That is the ramen house. And we have another location that is in North Kentucky. Okay. That is nearby the North NKU University. Okay. That is a Thai food and sushi. Oh. And the other one that is in Beachmont Avenue.
Beachmont Avenue?
Yeah. Okay. That is a Thai food, like some kind like street food, you know.
Oh, Thai street food? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What are you cooking up over here?
So this one is called Dunkin' Noodle. But
I love some drunken noodle. Yes.
And today I make the shrimp Dunkin' Noodles.
Okay. Oh boy.
I know that is famous and popular dishes for the American people, you know.
Tell me, are there things that you will serve this week that you don't normally make? I know sometimes they talk about the secret menu items during Asian Cuisine Week. Do you have any secret things that you can share with us in case people want to try them?
Yeah. This week we have like Thai style grilled pork with sticky rice. That is a Thai style one that is kind of like a Thai street food. And we have the chicken rice Thai style that's served with the garlic and scallion sauce. That is some kind of like a little bit like a Chinese sauce. Okay. And that one is a spicy bean paste sauce.
A bean paste, that right there. And then are these sushi dishes part of this week too, or are these things that you normally serve on your menu?
Normally, so we have a special thing we call the spicy salmon poke bowl, but I didn't bring it today. But that is the normal on our menu.
Everything looks amazing to me. It really looks incredible. Talk about a couple of these dishes here in the middle. Are these the soups that they're looking at here?
This is the curry. We call the massaman curry.
Oh boy.
Okay, and this is like most popular one.
I love a curry.
A little spicy?
Yeah.
A little spicy?
A little bit spicy.
Okay.
And this one is the cashew nut chicken.
That's what my mom likes. That's my mom's favorite right there. What about some of these desserts? I don't know if you can see these. So I'm going to hold a couple of these up, guys, and if you can see some of these.
I can hold one too.
Or you want to hold one too?
Sure.
Look at how beautiful. I'm telling you, this is artwork. Look at that.
Because I just started working on doing the baking in our restaurant. So we just started like a couple days ago. So that inside is like
you just started these a couple days ago? You just kind of whipped these up? Like this is
good timing.
Beautiful.
Good timing.
So it's kind of like a personal cake.
Yeah.
So you can take it like personal
take it to go.
pieces and take it to go, and that is is like a chiffon cake. So it's chiffon cake.
You're making us so hungry right now.
Yeah.
So we have many kind of like topping on that, you know.
If I was going to start eating one of these things right now, which thing should I start eating right now?
You can try that grilled pork and sticky rice.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going for the curry because that's my favorite. Do you do the nam tip? Do you have Thai, or not nam tip, I'm sorry, Thai spicy?
Yeah, we have.
Thai spicy? Okay, that's my favorite is Thai spicy.
But I didn't bring it today, but if you go to our restaurant, we have the Thai spicy on the menu.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Pork, sticky rice. You ain't got to tell me twice. An, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
I love when we can get a shot of the drunken noodle at all, guys, before we go.
Oh my gosh, how pretty is that?
But this is what was cooking up as we came on. And frankly, it's what I'm going to start eating during the commercial break.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful Asian Cuisine Week. Everybody go visit and get out to a restaurant you haven't gone to before. Get to a smaller restaurant. We've got the website with more information that you can check out too to find out the list of all the participating restaurants.
Here we go.
Asian Cuisine Week. Go check it out.
ACWAsiannatty.com is where you can find all the restaurants participating and all the great things. And there they go. You can see all of those.
It's 8:40. Yeah, oh, it's wonderful. It's one of the most talked about series on TV right now. Just ahead, we hear about an unusual casting decision from the people behind Severance on Apple TV. Oh my gosh, so good. We'll be right back.
What's Penny's secret weapon?
Drinks at the pool are on these.
The Big Bang Theory.
Tonight at 7 on Star 64.
On the next Young Sheldon.
Dear Lord, please forgive me. I shouldn't have finished that scratcher. Gambling is a sin.
Why's Missy saying we're rich?
Mary hits the jackpot.
Ooh, we getting something fun with the money?
Talking about a dishwasher.
When did your dreams die?
When we had kids.
George.
The next Young Sheldon.
Tonight at 7:30.
Garage door problems? Our door's open. Door not budging? Our door's open. Oh yeah, our door's closed too. A quality garage door and dependable service is more important than you think. Call 513-PDQ-DOOR.
6 layers?
More. 15 layers?
More! A zillion layers? Infinity layers!
More. Wait.
At Dayton Public Schools, we're committed to shaping the future, and we need certified professionals like you to help lead the way. Whether you're in the classroom or working behind the scenes, you'll be part of a dedicated team focused on student success. With excellent benefits, fair compensation, opportunities to grow, and located just 30 minutes from I-275, Dayton Public Schools is the place where your career can make a real difference. You'll need a teaching license, college degree, and able to pass a criminal background check. Join our team. Apply today.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because yourself means dealing with...
Okay, I'll give you half now.
Okay,
And this.
This is mine. Don't suffer selling your car on your own. Visit WeBuyAnyCar.com to see what your car's worth. We make it easy. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Nice.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com.
That food is so good.
I just ate drunken noodle off of this iPad. I put a bunch in my mouth. It fell on the iPad, and
That's
I
how good it
scooped
is.
it up and I ate it.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning it off though, because Paula will not be happy if she gets this iPad. Hey.
What number is that? Anybody watching from local?
4.
Don't use number 4.
It's 4.
Well, we'll sanitize it. Don't worry.
You may know him as the author behind the Game of Thrones.
But a new movie heading to theaters this weekend is based on a short story by George R.R. Martin. Take a look.
The world you know is gone, consumed by the flames of a great war long ago. All that's left now are the Lost Lands.
Dave Bautista and Mila Jovovich star in the post-apocalyptic tale In the Lost Lands, based on George R.R. Martin's short story.
I'm looking for a guide. Someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why you want to leave the city?
I'm looking for a great treasure.
He's one of the great writers. Mila was a huge fan, has read all of the books,
And she actually brought the short story to me and said, you have to look at this, we have to do this. So she was very much the inception point.
She has become a symbol of their defiance.
We wanted to make sure that the heart of the story was there, and then Paul worked for a year in advance building the world out around it, and to really make it unique and different from the other, like the things that George R.R. Martin fans are used to.
Your fate was sealed when you met me.
Dave Bautista says having Jovovich as a scene partner was surreal.
More than a few moments during filming, it was just hard not to be a fanboy and to get lost, and especially like the intimate, scenes where we're just really kind of bonding, connecting, and I'm just thinking in my head, Fifth Element, Resident Evil, Dazed and Confused, and I'm just going, it was very surreal. Friends of yours?
Yeah, I don't have many friends.
Me neither.
Whoa, intense.
I didn't know George R.R. Martin had other things going on, because I know a lot of fans of the Game of Thrones books wish he would just hurry up and finish the next book, because it has been a very long time since one of the books had come out. So I did not know this was even a thing.
But both of those actors, I love Mila, I love Bautista.
Yeah. Did we interview him at wrestler way back?
I did.
Okay.
And I remember when he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
He had not gotten into acting yet in film.
Talk about his diet, like how much
Yes,
he ate?
because his trainer said to me, ask him what he eats for breakfast at the time. And I was like, that's a weird question. So I did, and it was like 42 eggs, 16 pancakes, 700. No, it was like.
But ridiculous. It was like Michael Phelps at the height of when he was swimming.
Yes, it was like an incredible amount of things that he ate.
That's what I remember from
that
interview.
Yeah.
'Cause that's been a minute.
And I also think he was just super nice.
Yeah. And really takes the acting very, very seriously.
I was saying to you while we were watching that, what a kind of 180 for him to. He's really just done so much with his career, going from just wrestling into doing both, into doing some serious characters, and then some funny ones. And
the way he's changed his body in that process as well. I mean, he's still a pretty big dude, but
not nearly as big as he was 20 years ago when we interviewed him. I mean, bulk-wise, he was doing that kind of stuff.
It's like, I got to that point where I was like, I can't.
I was like, Bob, you got to stop.
I can't be this huge anymore. I gotta calm down a little bit. Severance is Apple TV's latest smash hit, but why are you laughing? Producer Ben Stiller, Wanted, had hoped to make a fairly interesting casting choice. He tried to cast former President Barack Obama in season 2. Wow. In an interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Stiller says he somehow got an email to the former president, probably knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy kind of thing, and actually ended up getting a response. The response from Mr. Obama read, "Hey Ben, big fan of the show, love season 1, can't wait for season 2. Don't think I have time in my schedule to make this happen." The voiceover role offered to the former president eventually went to actor Keanu Reeves.
So it was a voiceover role.
I'm not to the point in season 2, and I don't know if we are at all. Anthony, you're watching. Have we heard that voice yet?
It's the first episode.
What was the voiceover in the
building,
first?
when they show the building.
Well, that was Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Come on, Obama. You could have made time for a voiceover.
That
would have been cool.
Have you watched that
Nope,
yet?
I haven't.
Oh, Jen.
But I like how
It is super weird.
I like how there are now there's a Progressive insurance commercial about it or something. There's an insurance they've now worked it into the mainstream enough that it's
like
part
other
of, yeah.
It's one of those shows.
I'm sure I would like it.
Where I feel like, and Anthony, who's behind camera this morning, and I talk about this a lot. I feel like I have to listen to a podcast though after every episode to know.
A lot of people do. I think there are
what's going on.
Reddits dedicated to
like
subreddits,
nitpicking every little
or trying to people
sort of thing,
trying to break it down and understand what happened in the last episode.
Right.
Yeah.
It's and just weird sort of questions of autonomy, and there's a lot in the sauce with that show. It's weird, but so well done that you can't stop watching, even though it's really, really weird. It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, Chapel Roan is going country. In her first new single in nearly a year, the Best New Artist Grammy winner says she's releasing her first country song, The Giver, on Thursday, March 13th. She's played the track on her appearance on Saturday Night Live before, so you may have seen that. Music critics are comparing the track to something Shania Twain would have released in the late 90s. And before country music fans freak out, Chaperone is from a small town in Missouri, so she may have some legitimate rural street cred.
It'll be curious. Like, I don't know. I don't know if country radio will pick it up before pop radio picks it up. If it becomes a hit. Just because she's such a huge pop star right now, you may end up hearing it
first on pop.
I don't make those kinds of decisions.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know, and I haven't heard it, so I have no idea.
Have you seen the video of Elton John joining her on stage for Pink Pony Club?
I have not seen it, but I know that she was the featured guest at his after Oscars fundraiser.
Sure.
And that the two of them did a couple different things. Because he did Pink Pony Club with her, and she did, I can't remember the song with him, one of his songs.
She did. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, she performed one of his songs, and I can't remember which one, and then he performed Pink Pony Club.
There were moments in the song where I don't know that Elton knew for sure what he was saying? What he was saying next. You know how when you're lip syncing a song, you realize you're on the wrong verse?
Yeah.
Felt like that a couple of times. But then once it got to Pink Pony Club, he was right there.
Okay.
What's going on with Elton and his sight?
I don't know.
Remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's having all those issues, but had his Oscar party.
You want me to call him?
I was like, get him on the horn.
Just kidding.
And then check in with Keanu Reeves about the voiceover, too, while you're at it.
Okay.
Jen knows all these people.
No, I don't know none of them. Time now is 8:50, and we will be right back.
Join the more than 7 million adults, like Michael, who've taken Ozempic.
As touring musicians, my type 2 diabetes could have slowed us down, but I didn't let it. I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty, and this is what my Ozempic era looks like. I'm lowering my A1C and lost some weight, too. I also learned some people take Ozempic to lower the risk of major cardiovascular events like stroke, heart attack, or death. And others take it to lower the risk of worsening chronic kidney disease.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas, gallbladder or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Discover the GLP-1 with the most FDA-approved uses. Ozempic.
From starting out,
whatever you need, you guys give me a call,
to saving up, to income in retirement.
You got this.
Vanguard Fixed Income Funds can help advisors grow their client savings. Vanguard, 50 years of high-quality investments.
I'm Nick. And I'm Nate. And we're the local twin brothers, making it easy to sell your property. At CVG Homebuyers, we make it hassle-free with an all-cash offer, and we close when you're ready. We're cash home buyers, so don't make any repairs, and you don't pay any closing costs. We're local, and we've dealt with every challenge: foreclosures, back taxes, and even vacant or inherited houses. You'll talk directly with Nick and I, and we'll put our experience to work for you.
Call 513-401-6447. That's 401-6447.
We have to fight, and this is how we do it. We have made a mine detection robot. What do you want? To win.
Old kitchen cabinets? Joyful Cabinet Painting can bring back joy to the heart of your home. Right now, get 0% down, 0% interest for 12 months, or free decorative hardware up to $500. Elevate your everyday spaces with Joyful Cabinet Painting.
Well, the countdown is on for two stranded NASA astronauts to finally return home after more than 270 days.
Crazy Starliner test pilots Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams spoke from the International Space Station about their planned touchdown on Earth later this month.
NASA test pilots and astronauts Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore are ready to come home after being stranded aboard the International Space Station for more than 9 months. The pair launched aboard the Boeing Starliner in June for what was billed as a 10-day mission. But the Starliner had so many problems getting to the space station, NASA ruled it too dangerous to carry anyone. It flew back to Earth empty. They were delayed again when the new SpaceX capsule that was supposed to deliver their replacements took extra time to prepare.
The hardest part is, having the folks on the ground have to not know exactly when we're coming back. It's been a roller coaster for them, probably a little bit more so than for us.
But the veteran flyers say for them, spending time in space never gets old.
We came up prepared to stay long, even though we planned to stay short. That's what we do in human spaceflight.
We have had some amazing aurora while we've been up here. The sun's been really active, and it really puts you sort of in your place.
Williams and Wilmore are now scheduled to return to Earth in a few weeks after the next ISS crew arrives.
We are just feel fortunate and thankful, though, that we have seats, and we'll be coming home, riding the plasma, splashing down in the ocean, so that's what we're looking for.
But they hope their time in space is far from over.
Hey, we're going to the moon and Mars. That's what my plan is.
I'll be right beside Butch if that's the case.
Riding the plasma.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
That's the next Metallica song coming after
Riding
Ride the Lightning.
As opposed to Rockin' the Casbah.
Okay, there we go.
Shockingly similar, though. Hey, if you're a fan of Space News, then boy, is this for you. We are launching a new space segment called Ask an Astronomer. Scan this QR code, or you can head to the Arc Cincinnati with Bob and Jen Facebook page. You will find a post where you can ask Dean Regas, our buddy, astronomer Dean Regas, a question about the final frontier and beyond. Then in a couple weeks, when he comes back for another visit, we like to have Dean on every 3 weeks or so. He's going to answer some of those questions. So right there, pull out that camera, scan it, or just go to our Facebook page and scroll down a couple of posts, and you will see that very same question.
And we have had a couple of people ask some really good
Great
questions.
stuff.
So thank you. So keep them coming. Anything you've ever wanted to ask an astronomer. And funny that I was going to ask him about those astronauts. And they're coming. Okay, yesterday we asked you about what country, we were talking about the Amazing Race. What country would you want to visit? Terry says, I would go to Germany during Oktoberfest. My grandparents were from there, and I would love to go.
It would be amazing. I want to be there around Christmas time. Would be fun, too. Lee says, wants to go down to South America, somewhere in the Amazon rainforest to see all the rare biodiversity before it disappears.
Dave says, New Zealand, I want to live in the Shire.
God bless you. Barb says, Norway for the Aurora Borealis. Austria is also on my wish list after falling in love with it as a kid.
Me too.
After seeing The Sound of Music.
How have I not been to Austria to do like the Sound of Music tour when that was literally, I watched that film probably once a week for like.
The hills are alive there.
They are. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're.
We need a question of the day. We only got 30 seconds left.
Okay, let's do this since we did very spacey things.
Okay.
You could go to Mars. They ask you, you're going to be the one to go. Would you go? Why would you go?
Why or why not?
Yes.
Okay.
Please go to the Arc Cincinnati. That's another reason to go to the Arc Cincinnati Bob Jet Facebook page and comment on this post.
Would you go to Mars?
Immediately.
I say no. Not yet,
at least.
I say
yes.
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the